Yo, what's up? It's Fish with another Maplestory video. Guys, I'm really sorry I haven't put on a video in like 3 weeks or even longer. I have been extremely busy, but I've also been playing Maplestory. I stream every night on Twitch at twitch.tv/fishdicks, and even to this day, I'm doing over 20 hours a week specifically devoted towards Maplestory. I typically like to avoid the drama and the toxicity in regards to the state of the game, but I just wanted to hit you guys up with a video and say hello. I'm still playing the game every day, but I have to admit, things are not going amazing in the world of Maple according to how they used to be. I'll take your comments below, and I want to tread really carefully here because I love this game very much and I wouldn't be playing it every day and devoting my time to doing content for it were it not an amazing game that I still loved. I think the potential is boundless and endless, but I think that a series of unfortunate events have led us to the state that we are in terms of the game. First of all, thank you very much for the subs, thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, and thank you for sharing time on my stream every single night on Twitch. It does mean a lot and encourages me to do more content. As for me personally in my Maplestory content, I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to keep up with the content every week. As far as YouTube, well, the content itself has laxed, and I have had to go through a series of changes in the game myself. As you guys well know, the game was turned upside down about 3 or 4 weeks ago when they nailed down the trade station and they effectively turned the trade station into an NX transfer station on lockdown. Our free market economy had been effectively shut down, and I think that between that and a very shortened KOC event, along with some perhaps less than stellar responses with regards to how powerful those classes felt, combined with not very much communication from dev in regards to the state of the game, I think a lot of people kind of parted ways with the game and said see you later, and I would have to say it was a sizable enough chunk, maybe 25 to 50% of the people. So me, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm a marathon kind of guy, and I think that the game is one update away from some really good changes. I think that trade station change was a band-aid solution to try and sort of fix a situation that was well out of control. Inflation was rampant, and what you had was a situation where a bunch of meso botters and sellers were beating each other to the ground in terms of competition for pricing, and the mesos became virtually worthless. Right now, on these stupid websites, you could buy 100 million mesos for $2. It's insane. You're talking about 100 hours worth of farming for $2. I mean, nowhere in the world is that not worth anybody's money versus time. So clearly things have been so broken that they had to be fixed, and I think the silence on the devs part has to do with the fact that they're trying to figure out how to change things and fix things and tighten things up. Meanwhile, we get some events. We're currently in the middle of an event, actually 2 events right now, which should be an amazing event. But for me personally, I love Pink Bean, man. Like, Pink Bean's my absolute favorite ever. I love Pink Bean. But this event is kind of less than stellar for me personally. You got to spend a heck of a lot of time in mini dungeons to collect the meats so that you can go and play a game that's pretty difficult if you're not camera capturing or screenshotting to match all of them to level up your Pink Bean so you can get a chair, a mount, and dude, the mount, I don't like the mount very much, man. Like, I know he's supposed to be playing baseball, but it looks like he's eating poo, and he looks better when he's standing up straight. And we also have this ring event. Now, there is a misdescription on the ring itself. If you look on the ring, it says that the ring levels up when you stay online for an hour a day, but this ring event is basically can you log in event. I'm not really sure what it is, but basically what happens is if you stayed logged in for longer or 2 hours or longer every day, your ring that you got for free will level up. So we're going to do that enhancement right now so you can see, and our ring is now moved up to a level 1 ring. And then today, if we stay online for another 2 hours, we get another level up, I guess tomorrow after that's done. So I guess it's all right. I mean, the ring's not too bad. The stats are going to be pretty decent. I'll show you the stats right here once it gets leveled up. But and looks like we also have a new buff pet package, and from the looks of the picture, I'm not sure it's something that I want to entertain. And I mean, at this point, I spent a lot in the game, and I moved to Scania from Union because the trade station changes meant that I just wouldn't be able to afford to play properly based on my time playing and the fact that none of my friends were really, on my server. So I did move to Scania, and I'm really happy there. It's a great server, a lot of people, a lot of nice people, a lot of action, a lot of people to play the game. And it says over here under the stats that when we go to 12 stars or 12 enhancements, we get these stats over here. So you get physical magical defense, physical magical attack, totaling 20 on the attack and 200 on the defense side. And it's whatever. It's like a better horntail ring, I guess. And I mean, we're all going to be logged in for at least that long. It does work when you're logged off on auto. It does not work when you're logged off to collect rest XP doing nothing. The ring is permanent, and the Star Force enhancements do not count towards your Star Force, i.e. your ability to get into higher level Star Force maps. The other thing about the Pink Bean event is the rewards are all temporary, the chair and the mount. So I'm really not excited about, putting all that time into mini dungeons so that I can, waste my auto or, even manual at that, I guess, and get my prize taken away after 30 days. And I mean, I pay money to keep it, but whatever. I mean, I'm sure we'll get some more Pink Bean stuff. It is kind of weird that they put a Pink Bean event in the game right after that event came out in Korea, right during this sort of crisis type of time for the game. I mean, we haven't even seen Pink Bean yet in the game. Like, does Pink Bean officially exist in Maplestory M yet? Has he been introduced into the story at all? Ugh. I mean, I'm sure they're trying really hard to fix the game. Nobody wants the game in the state that it is, but it's been a difficult time for us all. I don't want to cry. I'm playing the game. I do love it very much. My last gripe in the game comes down to, at this point, the state of the game, really, it comes down to this. Maplestory is all about training and grinding and farming. And when there's nothing worth training and grinding and farming for, it becomes less of a fun thing. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a negative, and I'll add a positive that I can't wait for afterwards. But in terms of the content that we have a heck of a lot of autoable content you could just pure auto on. We have 2 meager expeditions at this point that you don't auto for and can't auto for and probably don't want to auto for. So I'd say that's decent content. But the predominant Maplestory that we're missing out on from GMS or even KMSM is the farm and the training. It appears as though they want us to only do it on auto. And I get and I like the fact that the auto is crap and it's slow and it's bad and it's inefficient. And here I am sitting using a single target DPS skill, I just noticed, in my mini dungeon. So we're really, really inefficiently farming this mini dungeon. Having said that, we'll swap it out and we'll do that. It seems like they want us using auto. Garbage auto in order to attain drops, and they want to diminish the gains on manual entirely. So what I once thought to be a positive thing in terms of your ability to manual more efficiently, it's not so much so the case, because number one, XP in GMS, like, you level up so you can hit end game, so you can hit end game content. That's what Maplestory is all about, right? But in Maplestory M, it's gonna take, like, I don't know, at this rate, 8 to 9 to 10 plus months to get to level 150, I guess, for people who are whaling. A long time. A long time. I think it's from 140 to 150. It's like 6 months on full auto, fully buffed, right? So the fact that there's nothing to work towards in terms of end game, like in terms of leveling up, it kind of messes with my mind a little bit. So I'm like, okay, so there's no real end game. Therefore, XP is not that meaningful because we're never going to get end game. And there's no content up at level 50 anyways. So the whole, meaning of end game has changed a lot. That bothers me because the XP, for the training, for the manual training or otherwise, is just diminished like that. Then come the mesos, right? I could buy for $2 that which would take me 100 hours to farm, and now because the trade station is no longer, manipulable, if that's even a word, no, you can no longer manipulate the trade station. The only way to make it is to farm it or to purchase it, which I don't condone. So we've got mesos that aren't worthwhile because other people can farm them at a greatly increasing rate, such to the extent the inflation is just rampant. It is so bad, it's not even worth discussing, right? So I can't farm mesos. There's no point. I can't farm XP. And the other thing we get from GMS or even KMS is drops on manual. You get tons of drops, different gear sets, different pieces, rare drops. We don't have any of that. We don't have any of those surprise bonus missions that come while you're training on a map. We have runes that appear every once in a while, but that's basically it when it comes to content within the grind. And the meaning behind that content within the grind, it kind of bothers me as well, because it doesn't really have any value, because the XP goes on forever and ever, and there's no end game content at the top end of the game. The 3 reasons you'd want to grind and train in Maplestory and get excited: end game content, mesos, and XP. Like, you can't either one of those things. They just don't really work well in this game. Drops, any of that kind of stuff. So here's where we're at in the game. Hoping for more content. I can put a little bit of a shining light by saying I really like the arcade feature in Korea, and those mini games that pop up for everybody to kind of get together and play together will be a nice break from grinding. I do look forward to that. That's the least that we're going to get in the near future, but I would like to see more manual content that requires skill and not auto. I'd like to see some drops on manual, man. Like, please, like, you know, make it a little bit, you know, more fun to train, I suppose. Even if that's not going to be the case, more content would certainly be a really good thing. Sorry to go on such a long rant and tangent, but I felt like I owed you an explanation. I spent so much money and time in this game, you know, doing content for it, and I have no sponsorship, partnership, or contact with Nexon at all. So I'm just sitting here like all y'all people trying to make content with all of my time, and I hope that it's not for a loss, but for you guys, for the community, for the game, is totally worth. And I'm sticking with the game, so I'm going to be streaming this game every night, 2-3 hours a night. So please do come out on the stream, twitch.tv/fishsticks. Join us in the Discord. I will say that I'm going to be getting much more into Maplestory 2, so later today you're going to see me posting some Maplestory 2 videos. I really love Maplestory 2. It goes very well with Maplestory M, because one is for your pocket and mobile, the other is like a full 3D MMORPG, and Maplestory 2 is nothing like Maplestory Classics. The two don't compete with each other. I'd really love it if you supported that content. Check out the video, give it a like if you can, come hang out on the stream. It really does help me to make more content that everybody wants to see. Let me know where you guys are at in the game. I'm really curious. You still playing? You loving it? You logged in every day? Have you lost the flavor? Have you lost the pizzazz for it? Did the KOC event crush your soul? I think we've got a lot of cool stuff coming out for the game, and I really, really hope that we're going to see some changes, and the communication would be very, very nice. There's been no talk about the state of the game, the community response. I feel like I'm not really sure what Nexon wants to do with this game. I think they know that it's worth something, but I don't know what the intentions are, and I do know that Maplestory 2 is a very big focus for them, and a worthwhile one. I mean, it doesn't mean you let the other games go by the wayside, but there's not much going on community side for North America for Maplestory M. I think it's all being done out of Korea. I'm hanging on by some threads, but they're very thick, very committed, very loving for Maplestory threads. So I just wanted to pour my heart out a little bit with you guys and let you know where I was at in the game. We've got more stuff to do here every single day, but I'd like to get a little bit more meat and potatoes with regards to Maplestory M, and let's fix the core infrastructure on the game, because I don't believe that fixing the game comes with shutting down trade and free trade and allowing the meso sellers just to have their own marketplace within this meso environment. So we can kind of speculate as to what kind of changes they can make. Are they going to add more leaf-based items, more dungeon-based items that are just not worth mesos? But we've created a bit of a mess here. You know, you can pop on a Mythic Emblem gear at level 1. There's no leveled gear. There's no gear score for content. There's no anything barring you from putting on the best gear, pulling for it, buying some mesos, and the revenue reports are really gloomy from month to month on the game as well, which lets me know the game is so broken that more money is going to the meso sellers than probably to Nexon directly with the game. They've handed the keys to the meso sellers. Hopefully we can patch some stuff up, but again, long rant. I really apologize for that, but I hope you guys are still enjoying the game. I'm playing it every day. I'm giving my time to it, and I'm wondering where you guys are at as well. You know, are you loving it? You hating it? Is it good? You just hanging in there? You quit during the KOC event? You quit during the trade station, you know, debacle? But I'm here, so I'm going to be making some more videos. I will roll out some more Maplestory M content far more regularly. I didn't mean to go ghost on you guys. I really apologize, and I just realized that a lot of you people aren't on Twitch. You don't watch Twitch, you just watch for the videos. So this is me telling you guys where I'm at in the game. Here's my gear just to follow it up and to show you where I'm at in the game. Sushi was nice enough to sell me an emblem weapon for 1,000,000,000 mesos. And listen, I know the base is a little bit bad, but we'll get some scrolls eventually. And there are way more emblems and items in Scania than anywhere else. And I was kind of starving and thirsty. I only saw 2 emblems, saw them in the trade station on Scania. I have a new concept for gearing up. I want to make a video about it actually, so I'll probably do that over the next few days. I just got to crank out some Maplestory 2 content. It's got a crit damage, and it's not my ideal, but it is my ideal Brycer. I'm a Nightwalker over here. I'm level 115, and I'm having a great time with the Nightwalker class. So talk to me in the comments. I'll reply back to you. Catch me on stream later on, twitch.tv/fishsticks. Have yourselves a great day. Thank you so much for checking out my content from Maplestory. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Love your balls. I'll see you soon. Peace.